A project without a deadline for completion is like rain that gathers but never falls. Commuters plying the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria road can now look forward to the timely completion of the 777 billion naira Section 2 of the road project. This followed a 14-month deadline issued by the federal government to the contractor. Now, the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, gave the deadline during the launch of the Section 2 of the project at Jere in Kagarko local government area of Kaduna State. The road project was re-awarded to another company after the revocation of the initial contract following disagreements over cost variation. Now, let's share this story. My TVC News Lupa Assam with you.
Kaduna State Governor Obasani is standing in for President Bola Tinubu to flag off the next phase of construction for the 375-kilometer Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria to Kano Road. Often called Nigeria's second busiest highway, this critical artery connects the capital to the north, and its upgrade has been long awaited. In late 2024, the Ministry of Works, led by Minister David Umahi, terminated part of Julius Berger's contract for the Abuja-Kaduna section, citing delays and cost variation.
The reconstruction of the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria Kano dual carriageway is one of these huge legacy projects that the President is bequeathing to us in this part of our great country. It connects the Federal Capital Territory to about 12 states in the North Central, Northwest, and Northeast zones. It serves as a vital link for travelers moving between the southern and northern parts of Nigeria.
Governor Obasani praised President Tinubu's vision, saying the project will boost the economy and ease the lives of millions who rely on this route daily for business and travel.
Apart from lack of funding, was also the problem of insecurity. Today, by the grace of God, you can travel from Abuja to Kaduna to Kano with your eyes closed by the grace of God. Now the security issue has been addressed. Our people travel without any problem. And thanks again to our able President Bola Tinubu.
The Minister of Works, David Umahi, doubled down on the government's commitment, announcing a 14-month timeline to complete the road. He also revealed plans to expand sections of the highway, promising a modern, durable design using concrete pavement for a lifespan of decades.
We are also flagging off the Section 2, 82 kilometer by 2, 164 kilometer, a total cost of 525 billion. Senator Sani, you see, you're a very smart governor. I know the president has you in his heart. It shall be well, because this road will be completed in 14 months. God bless you and thank you very much.
With this flag off, residents remain hopeful that this vital highway
joined by the Honorable Minister of Works,
TVC
Honorable
News,
Minister of State.
All right, thank you, Lupe Assam. The federal government setting a 14-month deadline for this, the completion of the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria road project. Now, from the eye of a journalist, is this achievable?
You see, I think one thing we can take away from this decision is the fact that there is a timeline. There is a time for completion. Otherwise, it will make no sense.
Exactly.
Trust me, when you tell people they have to go through traffic, they have to lose more hours on the road, the next question anybody wants to ask is, for how long?
Okay.
How are we going to go through this pain? How long are we going to go through this current suffering? You know, because irrespective of whatever the government wants to do, there's going to be some kind of, some kind of pain by the commuters on that way. Okay. So it is not out of place for them to mention 14 months. Now, the question is how feasible and how realistic this 14 months, it's a very critical question. And trust me, it's just for us, let's believe that Dave Umahi or the government at large had looked at all necessary factors, because funding should not be a problem from what he has said. So there's nothing like they have not released money. In fact, one of the reasons why this is the contractors are changing hands is because they're not sure there's a cost variations
Yes.
on this issue. So that has probably been put aside, and the road must be done because that's what people want to know. You see, where I have a bit of a challenge is that the reason why we are celebrating government doing roads, the reason why a lot of people are clapping their hands is because of the high level of neglect by some governments, either previous or state or whatever. It should be given. You understand? When you travel out, people hardly mention projects to a president or mention projects to a governor or mention projects. This should be normal thing. If you're paying your tax, the government, the money that is being used does not belong to the people in government. It belongs to you and I.
Exactly.
So it should be normal dividends of democracy. It should be normal thing. That should be happening. But we are forced to sing praises to the people in power for not turning their eyes away. So rather, I would want Nigerians to see from the angle of why shouldn't roads be done? Why should we pass through, terrible roads? Why should we be having some terrible experiences on our roads? Are we cursed?
Now,
because when you travel out, you hardly see this. You hardly even see a pothole, let alone federal roads. So, and the government is talking about two things: security and the fact that it will be a good road. It will be a passable road.
Now, Kaide, I like the fact that you talked about financing, because I believe there are two major things that always causes, that cause this kind of issues. Contractors not meeting up, not doing what they're supposed to do, and also the issue of finance and funding of the project. They've set a deadline of 14 months. What should the government be doing differently to achieve this aim?
I'm sorry I have to mention him here. I came back from Abuja on Friday, Saturday. And whether you like him or you hate him, when I see the roads in Abuja, courtesy the minister,
the FCT minister,
and I'm like, this is not different from what I see in Abu Dhabi. This is not different from what I see in Dubai. This is not different from the road I see in New York. I'm serious. So when I look at these things, I'm like, we can never get there. But somebody has been able to let us know that we can get there. And how did he do it? It's very dogged. It's very rugged. He goes to monitor this project.
The political will.
The political will. And I think Umai is doing that a bit, but I don't know. It might be much demanding for him as the minister
of the entire country.
And the way the Nigeria is even structured, there are too many roads under the federal government. Far too many roads under the federal government. So you can imagine how many can they do. So that's another issue with restructuring Nigeria. That's a topic for another day. But talking about what is being put before them and looking at the resources, and this government is very big on increasing the tax net, increasing the tax net and also revenue generation, and they are not pretending that more money has come into this government. The only way Nigerians can continue to clap for them or clap for them, for those who have not clapped for them, is when these things are deployed to infrastructural development, when we are seeing this capital project taking shape. So for me, I see a situation where contractors must be followed up. They must be followed head to head. And let's hope there are not too many kickbacks. There shouldn't even be kickbacks. That will frustrate these contractors to say, how much did we get from what is approved by the minister, from the names that are, by the FEC, from the figure that has been mentioned.
The quality of roads, the quality, the specification, will they follow the specification?
That's one of the good things.
So that we have the quality.
That's one of the good things I think I have seen with this Minister of Works. But real time would tell.
His attention to detail.
Yes, he's on the spot. I think he's a civil engineer by profession. But if I'm wrong, I can be corrected. But for me, the real time will be tested in the future. Let's see what happens to this road in 20 years' time, in 30 years' time. But for now, there are enough signs to say that he has raised the bar. But looking at what happened on Top Milan Bridge and...
Exactly. Now, Nigerians will ask questions if this project is not done
within 14 months.
Within 14 months as directed by the president. But talk to me. Are you optimistic that they can actually achieve that 14-month deadline?
I am not in the saddle, but I believe that this is well calculated and is very well announced. So 14 months, give or take, Nigerians can even add 8 months to it. But if we can deliver in 14 months, bravo, because that's the only way we can actually measure the minister, the federal government, on the timely completion of roads, because that's the question that they will start. We are not in doubt that there will be funds. We shouldn't be in doubt, but they will deploy the funds timeously to ensure that these things are well carried out.
Let the funds come out. You remember there is TSA, you know, the back and forth, the food dragging. Which
is one of the things that the president mentioned with the minister of FCT.
The FCT, he said, take me exactly.
TSA and these things get done.
Exactly.
But we haven't heard the Minister of Works complain.
I hope the TSA would not be a problem this time.
We haven't heard the minister complain about release of funds.
Exactly.
And I want to believe that the president is very big
on infrastructure.
And is very big on durable infrastructure, because time has proven that while he was the governor of Lagos State, go and check the roads that he did. They are as good as, there's no, you can't even see potholes on these roads since he left as a governor. So these are things that we expect that with good concrete work and some of those things that the Minister of Works has continued to mention, we sincerely hope that we'll have quality roads, we'll have this job being delivered
in record time. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation.